In this video, we are going to discuss the balancing of several masses rotating in same plane. So let us consider the problem statement. Four masses m1, m2, m3 and m4 are 200 kg, 300 kg, 240 kg and 260 kg respectively. The corresponding radii of rotation are 0.2 meter, 0.15 meter, 0.25 meter and 0.3 meter respectively, and the angle between successive masses are 45 degree, 75 degree and 135 degree. Find the position and magnitude of balance mass required if its radius of rotation is 0.2 meter. So here from the given statement, m1 it is 200 kg, m2 it is 300 kg, m3 it is 240 kg, m4 it is 260 kg. The radii it is r1 0.2 meter, r2 it is 0.15 meter, r3 it is 0.25 meter and r4 it is 0.3 meter. The respective angles are given. So here they are given the successive angles between the masses. Therefore for the first mass, if I consider, so theta 1 it is 0 degree, so that means we are considering this first mass as a base or the reference line, so that's why theta 1 it will be 0 degree. The theta 2 it is 45 degree. Then again if I consider the same reference, so from this same reference we are considering the theta 3, so 45 degree plus 75 degree, so it is equal to 120 degree. And next for the theta 4, again from this same reference, so therefore 45 degree, 75 degree, 135 degree, so it will be 255 degree. So these are the angles from a common reference line. This is from the first mass, that is at 0 degree. So let us consider the small m as the balancing mass, and theta it is the angle which the balancing masses makes with the m1, that is the first mass 200 kg. So here we already know that the centrifugal force, so the centrifugal force is in terms of mr omega square. So the value of omega square it will remains common for all the four masses m1, m2, m3 and m4. So if this is the case, the centrifugal force it is directly proportional to the product of this mass into the radius. So with this we can find out the value of centrifugal force for each of the mass. So let it be the small m1 into r1, so it is 200 into 0.2 is equal to 40 kg meter. m2 r2 it is 300 into 0.15, so it will be 45 kg meter. m3 r3 is equal to 240 into 0.25, so it will be 60 kg meter. And similarly m4 into r4 it is equal to 260 into 0.3 is equal to 78 kg meter. So here we have calculated all the centrifugal forces for the masses m1, m2, m3 and m4. So once we have all these centrifugal forces, we can solve this problem by two methods. So let us discuss first one, that is the analytical method. For the analytical method, first we have to draw the space diagram. The space diagram for all the masses showing the angular position of the masses. So here we have considered the angular position for the m1, m2, m3 and m4. And we have considered the m1 as a reference line. So for m1, so here it is theta 1 it is equal to 0 degree, and from this reference we have considered m2 as theta at theta 2. This m3 it will be at theta 3, and this m4 it will be at theta 4. It will be at theta 4. Once we have drawn this space diagram, so we have to consider the forces. So resolving the forces horizontally. So if we resolve the forces horizontally, so here already we have calculated the product of this mass into the radius. So it will be in terms of FC1, FC2, FC3 and FC4. So here it is. For the first mass, FC1 into cos of theta 1 plus FC2 into cos of theta 2, FC3 it is cos of theta 3 plus again similarly the product of this mass into the radius, that is FC4 cos of theta 4. So already we have calculated the value, and already we are having the angles also. The theta 1 it is 0 degree, theta 2 it is 45 degree, theta 3 it is 120 degree, and theta 4 as 255 degree. So therefore 40 into cos of 0 plus 45 cos of 45 plus 60 cos of 120 degree and plus 78 into cos of 255 degree. So if you solve, so we'll get it this as 40 plus 31.8 minus 30 minus 20.2. So after simplification I will get this value as 21.6 kg meter. Similarly, now resolving the forces vertically. So here summation of vertical forces. So therefore FC1 sine of theta 1 plus FC2 sine of theta 2 plus FC3 sine of theta 3 plus FC4 sine of theta 4. So here if you calculate, so by putting all this value we will get the summation of all the vertical forces in terms of kg per meter. So by solving we will get 8.5 kg meter. The summation of horizontal forces and the summation of vertical forces, we can calculate the resultant force. So the resultant force capital R is equal to square root of summation of horizontal forces square plus summation of vertical forces square. So if you calculate it, you will get the value for the resultant force. So we will get it 23.2 kg meter. So this is the magnitude of the resultant force. Now angular position of this resultant force from horizontal horizontal mass m1, so that is 200 kg. So this can be found out by means of theta dash. So let it be theta dash. So therefore, as you know, the summation of vertical forces, the summation of horizontal forces, so therefore it will be in terms of tan theta dash is equal to summation of vertical forces divided by summation of horizontal forces. So if you put the value, so we'll get it, tan theta dash is equal to 0.3935, and if you take the tan inverse of this entity, we'll get theta dash is equal to 21.48 degrees. So this is the angular position for the resultant forces from the horizontal mass. So theta dash is equal to 21.48 degree. So here we have located the angular position for the resultant force capital R. So with the theta dash, so already we have calculated the value of theta dash. We will show that the value for the balancing force, so it will be equal in magnitude to this resultant force, but it will be opposite in direction. So therefore we can draw the position of this particular balancing force, so in the opposite direction. So here it is. So in the opposite direction it will balance the force. So here it is, m into r. This is the balancing force. This is the balancing force for this particular resultant. So it will be exactly equal and opposite in the direction. So therefore, so once you know that the balancing force is equal and opposite to resultant force, that is capital R. Now we can calculate the angular position. So angular position of balancing mass small n from m1. So it can be calculated. So from the space diagram, so this theta, it is equal to 180 plus this theta dash. So here we will get 180 plus 21.48. So therefore theta, it will be 201.48 degree. So here we have got the angular position of the balancing mass, with the angular position of the balancing mass. This one. Now in order to calculate the amount, the magnitude of this particular balancing mass, so we know that magnitude of this resultant, it is 20 23.2 kg meter. So therefore we can calculate this m into r. This is the balancing force, the product of mass into the radius, and it is equal to the resultant as r. So therefore m into r is equal to 23.2. The value of this radius for the balancing mass, it is given small r is equal to 0.2 meter. So if you keep this particular value, so by that this m is equal to 23.2 divided by 0.2. So here you will get the mass of balancing, it is equal to 116 kilograms. So here it is, we have calculated the magnitude of balancing mass as 116 kilogram, and this is the position of this particular mass at 201.48 degree from the first mass m1.